Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm back at Cara Motorhomes and Caravans and I'm going to be showing you around the Adria Adora Isonzo. So the Adora Isonzo, as you may well know, is the caravan that we bought when we bought our first touring caravan. It looks a little bit different to this one. It was the previous model, but this is the new model. This has been out now for the 2022 season. It's going to continue into the 2023 season. So although this is a 2022 model, I doubt very much there's going to be many changes for 2023, apart from a slight increase in price you won't be pleased to hear. So the Adria Adora Isonzo, what do we need to know about it? Well, this is still my #1 favourite caravan. If I was going back to a caravan, this would be pretty much still at the top of the list. And why is that? Well, as we look around, hopefully you'll find out why. So let's make a start on the outside. So, when they brought out the new model, as we can see, we've got the completely new front. What I really liked was this new front locker system that we got here and the aerodynamic rails that we can see there. The Isonzo, it is 8 feet wide or 2.46 meters for those that like it like that. It is on the Alco chassis. We can see we've got the Alco hitch. The front locker, we've got room in here for 2 gas canisters, which are 11 kilos. So you're going to get 2 11-kilo gas cylinders here and here. It still leaves you space on that side. You can, if you opt for the pack that's available, have a spare wheel, which I believe is going to be fixed there. And we've got these nice storage boxes. These were for the new model as well, so quite useful for storing bits and pieces in there. In terms of nose weight on the Isonzo, we're still looking at 100 kilos. I'll close that now. So these are the wind diffusing side pieces that I just mentioned. We'll just look sideways at those and you can see there how they go up towards the roof. If you're wanting a tow cover, you can still have a tow cover for the front. There is an inlet now on the off side, which there didn't used to be on the previous model, so you can have a tow cover. We've then got the really good sized big front windows and the sunroof, which I'll show you when we go inside. The length of the Isonzo's grown in length on the new model. It's now 8 meters and 27 centimeters, so it is a long caravan. But what I do like, if you see, it's still on the single axle. So why do I like the single axle? The Adrias, because they've got the longer A-frame, longer than the UK manufacturers, they're incredibly stable for towing. They don't come standard with the ATC, but that does not make a difference as far as I'm concerned for the towing. And the benefit on the single axle is you only have 2 wheels, 2 tyres, so it's cheaper to replace, it's cheaper to service, and also you only need 1 wheel lock on there as opposed to 2 on the twin. It's also a lot more manoeuvrable when you arrive at site, and if you want a motor mover, you only need the single motor mover, so there's lots of positives on that one. So coming down the near side, first of all, what are we going to get? So we can see here on the Isonzo, this is our gas point here for barbecues. We've got the silver sides, and then the decals are a blue and silver colour stretching all the way down. The stable door, it's nice to see we still get the stable door, and we do have the window in there. We've got an awning light up there. Then as you come back, there's the storage locker. Now that's a really good size storage locker, and that is under the side island bed, which we'll see. Then we have the bedroom window. We'll venture around the back. The back, really nice back end. This again was completely new and all remodelled. Unfortunately the light's not great with the shadow, but up here, that's the high brake light. Then we've got the big solid back end, the grab handles, and then the silver base. And if we just look at the lights, these are what I really like. Those lights are just so funky and new, absolutely lovely. So that's the back end. We'll just have another look at that there. Reminds me of a robot. I don't know why. Going down the offside, so coming onto the offside of the Isonzo, we're now going to find the flush point and the toilet cassette. It has got a rear washroom which is in there. We'll see that when we go in. We've then got a bedroom window. We've got the vents there for the tower fridge and freezer. Then we've got the window over the kitchen area. We've got the battery locker. And then down there, that is where we're going to feed our water into the caravan. In terms of weight, the Isonzo, it was always a heavy caravan. It's heavier now. It's now 1,850 kilos and it has a payload of 180 kilos. So not a bad payload. However, you can upplate the Isonzo to 1,900 kilos. So that's going to give you additional 50 kilos of payload, taking you up to 230. So that's pretty good. Right, so that's the exterior of the Isonzo, and we've had a talk about sizes. So 8 feet wide, 8 meters and 27 long, 1,850 kilos MTPLM and 100 kilos on the nose. So let's venture in. So as we go in, say nice stable door, so it is good to see that. We've got a blind in the window and we do get the bin. As we go in, I shall remove my shoes. As we go in, we'll start in the lounge area. Now, as I say, we had the Isonzo, but it was the model before this, so there are quite a few differences, and we'll go through those. But we'll start up with the lounge. So, we've got the great big sunroof. This does open, it only opens a couple of inches, it doesn't open much higher than that, it's just to get the fresh air in. Then we've got the nice 3 windows and the side windows. What I've always liked about the Isonzo is it is light and airy. As you can see, the windows let loads of light in. The cupboards, we've still got a nice light wood. We've got the white ceiling, as we can just see around these edges here, so that keeps it bright. And if it is poor weather on a night time, there's loads of lighting, and we've got these nice little LED lights you can see up here, the strip lights. They do move as well, so you can slide them and you can take them and move them elsewhere in the caravan as well, to different parts. Seating, now they are bench seats, but it's actually a wraparound U shape, as you can see here. So that's the seating. It is still covered because this is a new van, but we've got the wraparound. You get some armrests. There's one in that corner, there's one here, so these are nice and well bolstered. There's a table. This is actually a flap table. If I just bend down here, you can see under there, so you just slide that sidewards, and I'll just do that, and that then drops down. That table, if you pull that cushion forwards, the flap does go all the way down, and then you can push the cushion back in. But just to give you an idea, I'll just pull that back out. So there we go. That's perfect for a cup of tea or what have you. There is a bigger table that goes here, so you can eat at it if there are more people. Storage is good on the Isonzo. That's what I really liked about it. And the cupboards always, as we can see here, they're always a good depth and a good height. So that's in those ones. The lights, they are dimmable as well in the lounge, so that's nice if you don't want harsh lighting. There is a sound system as well, so these are the other cupboards. And the sound system, the media controller, is just under there. You can fit a radio and control it through that centre. Under here we've got a USB. We've got some more of these little lights. And this lounge area, this will convert into a very large double bed. I believe it's 217 centimetres across this way and 154 centimetres across this way. So that's going to be an absolutely huge bed. So that's the lounge area. what we'll do now is we'll venture further back into the Isonzo and take a look. So looking back now this way, the kitchen still situated on the off side. Now the kitchen, this for me is still a compromise of this whole van, because what we see is, I like the new worktop. This is a different colour scheme. We still have the Dometic hob, 3 gas hobs. You don't get electric with the Adrias. So we've got 3 gas burners there on the Dometic. They work really well. I've used obviously that from my own. We've got the nice size window, but what we don't have is a lot of worktop space. Good size sink, but you'll notice we're lacking on worktop space. And what loads of Adria owners have asked for is, if I just lay that down, is a flap on here. And a lot of owners have actually made their own, which I don't think you should have to do when you're now going to be spending £32,000. So a flap there would have given some extra space. We've then got, there's various amounts of storage. This is a slide out. I've got the carpet on the floor unfortunately, but I really like that. There was a slide out before in the model before, but it wasn't as big as that, and it was a bit of a beggar to operate at times, if I'm honest. It was like a crocodile. It like took your hand off. So that's definitely an improvement. Then we've still got the Thetford gas oven and grill. That's a good appliance. And then we've got these drawers here. So we're going to have the cutlery one. I do like these. This has changed. Before they were like a longer bank of drawers across here. So this is an improvement. And they're soft close. They close really nicely. Up here, we'll just move up into this storage. I like how they've changed the latches as well. They're an improvement. So we've got the microwave there. It's not a bad height. It's a little bit high if you're only short, but there's not much you can do about that. And then in here we're going to have crockery in that cupboard there. And you may wonder what those are in there. They're the baskets which are here. Now this was a new feature. As you can see, they make little shelves. You just hook those on so you can take those off when you're towing. And there's these little baskets that you can put stuff in. What do I think? Do you know what? When I first saw them, I really wasn't quite sure, and I'm still really not quite sure. I get it's a bit of storage, but if I'm using the sink, they're just totally in the way. I mean, maybe people that actually have this new model, the new Adoras, and have got these, they might be able to put in the comments how they got on with it, but I just think it's totally pointless, if I'm absolutely honest. And when you're towing, it's just more stuff to keep in your cupboard. So I'm just not getting that, if I'm honest. But that's my personal opinion. Above the door where we've come in, so the Adora range has the Alda wet central heating. So we've got the Alda control panel, and then we've got the Adria control panel. That's new. Before, the controls were basically situated on this wall here. So they're all new. You're going to control your temperatures, your electric, your water. You've got your battery voltage on there. So that's as we come in. If you're wondering about fly screens, the Adora does have fly screens around all doors, windows. In this corner, now this is nice, we already have a bracket for the television installation. That's a really strong bracket. We had a 24-inch telly, I think we used on there, and we can see their USB socket. A little bit of worktop space here, but not much use when you've got your television on there. Then we have the cupboard. This is where we'll find the table for the lounge, which that's better because before the cupboard was much smaller, so much so you couldn't actually get your arm in it particularly well. And then we'll move across. Now this was always a really big positive for me, was the huge wardrobe. They've changed it a little bit. I personally, I'm not sure. I think I preferred the model before, but again, that's maybe just a personal thing. So in here, this is where your aerial, this is your aerial here, that's coming in from the roof. That's your Alda tank, and that's your wardrobe space. And next to it, there's some nice shelving, plenty of storage. So especially if you upplate, you don't need to be worrying too much about your payload, depending on your tow car. This is boxed in. and then under there you got some of the controls for the water. So I'll just close that up. So yeah, that was always a big positive for me, was the wardrobe space, and it still is. And then moving round, this is the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. This was always a massive bonus for me as well. It is 140 litres. You do get as well, if you push that, a little bit of storage up there. You may wonder what are you going to put in there. To be fair, magazines, books, laptops, things like that. And down here there's a little bit of storage underneath as well. You've got some more of your valves under there, and a speaker as well. Looking into the Thetford fridge freezer, there we go. So it's a really good size. We used to get so much food in here, it was beyond belief. So it is an absolutely excellent model for touring, and even if you're on a seasonal pitch. Right, let's move backwards now. The bedroom. You do get a privacy screen, it's just here. It is a fabric one, and it comes across the ceiling here. We can see this runner, and it affixes to here where you'll see the magnet there. So that's going to divide the bedroom space to the living space. So it is a 4-berth caravan. If you are using it as a family, then you converted the two into the separate bedrooms. Whoever's up front, they are going to have to come through this area to get to that rear bathroom, which I'll show you in a minute. So the bedroom space, the bedroom's changed a little bit. We get this fabric headboard running around there. We've now got here quite a bit of space to put items on there. There's a USB charger there that I like to see, plug socket. We've got some light switches, dimmer switch again. This is nice, little drawer here, and some nice storage underneath. You get the same at the other side as well. We've got some curtains, and as we look up, we've got two overhead lockers. These are a really good size. I always used to use these for getting plenty of clothes in. Just be careful, obviously, if you're towing, not to go too top heavy if you're travelling with your clothes in there. Underneath here, we've got these little slide lights again that I mentioned, and down at the bottom end there's another USB there, so if you're sleeping at this side of the bed, you can still use a USB over there. This bed, it is an island bed. The mattress is folded over because it's brand new, so it's not out. So the bed itself is huge. It's 140 wide and it's 196 centimeters long. So that is going to be long enough for just about any person. There's also some excellent storage under the bed, which will just venture around, and I'll try and show you while holding the camera. Basically, from down the bottom, you can lift this up, which I won't do too much because it's got the mattress, but then you've got all the storage under the slats here. I don't know how well you can see that, but plenty of storage under there. What you can also do is the bed here, that top bit there, that folds upwards towards you. So how you would use that is if you want to relax on a night time or in the morning, you can fold that up. The mattress as well, this mattress, it folds here too, so that folds up, so you've got a nice sitting up position. The bed, it does, obviously you do have to manoeuvre around it a bit, but it is a really good size island bed. It's probably one of the biggest ones on the market, so if you're a tall person, this bed is definitely one for you. Right, we'll go into the washroom. Now this has changed. I'll just back up this way so I can show you. Now on the previous model, the door to the Isonzo bathroom was actually here, and you just slid it across. It's now, the entrance into that door, as we can see, into the washroom is in the middle, and the door moves over to this side. So when you're towing, there's a catch there so it doesn't move, but then otherwise you just push it across there. As we can see, we are on a bit of a slant at the moment, so it's not going to stay closed for us, but that's basically the entrance in there, and it is quite wide. The cameras maybe might make it look a little bit smaller, but it's plenty wide enough. Right, rear washroom. So start here. That's actually a mirror up there, so we've got a mirror into it. We've got a frosted window, the Thetford swivel toilet. The legroom's not bad round it, to be fair, and you can move it a little bit further this way. There's a toilet brush, a shelf, toilet roll holder, and then coming into the main part, so we've got two little lights just up here. We've got a good sized mirror. I do like that actually. I always liked our Isonzo sink. It had the fruit bowl sink was actually here, so this is very different now to how it was. A lot of people didn't like the fruit bowl, but I did. So it's quite shallow, it's a couple of inches, swivel tap, so there is still plenty of room in there. We've got the storage. The storage was always really good as well, and that's not changed, to be honest. So some good storage underneath, and then a little bit of storage on the side as well. So that slides out, and then we've got the shower. So the shower wise, the shower is not the biggest in its class, I wouldn't say. However, it's got a good amount of headroom, and it is a good size in terms of how it opens up here, but you do get a little bit of intrusion just there. That is good for putting your shower gel on. This is part of the Alder heating, and that's a rail there, so you can put your towel on there, and then there's the door there. It's not a big opening going into it, so that's something to be mindful of if you're a larger person. This is for towels as well, and then we've got the vent, and there's a ceiling light just there as well. And if we look back into the Isonzo, it just gives you an idea sort of the space and how light the caravan feels. Unfortunately, with that mattress there, it does just take that a little bit away from that. But there we go. Right, let's venture back up into the lounge. So that is the Adria Adora Isonzo, and this is how it's going to be for 2023. Whether there'll be any change on the cushions for 2023, I don't know. That'll be the only change I can foresee coming. So if you are ordering a 2023, this is very much how it's going to be. What do I think? I still love the Isonzo. Some of the changes have been for the better, I must say. I do like the exterior now. I love the back, I love the front. That's a big improvement. I do like some of the changes, such as this finish on here, which was just wood before. I'm not as keen on that wardrobe, I must say. I did prefer the old wardrobe for whatever reason. I still like the lounge area. It's still light and bright and spacious. So yeah, the Isonzo for me still got a great deal going on. £32,000. I mean, when we bought ours in 2018, it was £22,500 was the list price. We paid 21,000 new. We negotiated on that. You won't negotiate on anything right now, I don't think. But yeah, 32,000. But when you put it next to its competition, it's still a lot of caravan for the money. I don't think I've got anything else exciting to tell you about it. So there we go, Adria Adora Isonzo. If you've got any questions or you want to know anything, put them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those. Thanks to John at Cara, who's let me come and film a review today of the Isonzo. And I think that's about it. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.